Big up, everybody. It's Wolfie and JP here with another episode of Blues Brothers. Newcastle versus Chelsea happens to sell for me today. We're going to go through it with Andy. Get ready to rock and roll, people. It's Blues Brothers episode 13. Let's go. Boy. What a day it's been for both of us. Andy, how are you doing, brother?
It's kind of a glass half full or a glass half empty for me tonight. Like I said to JP before we started filming, that I truly believe, we've got a lot of talent missing. But I'd like to get into the game before we mention the players, because I think I'd rather paint a picture of the game today and the players that were on the pitch that give the performances, and then we can start looking at, what could have been.
All right. But hang on, before you do that, then let me just quickly introduce JP, because obviously he's my partner in crime. How you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah, just busy day, work. Man, I'm sure I almost got fired today just by being on my phone trying to keep up with this whatever stream I had, and then after seeing Woodruff's goal, letting out a big yell. I just told them I stubbed my toe, so luckily they believed it.
All right, then. So we've just grasped JPT up, basically. Oops. And on that note, we'll all flip to Andy.
Who says masculinity's dead when you've got to go home for a fucking stub toe?
Oh, yeah. I kicked the sideboard, mate. Like broken toe, mate. Broken. I'm telling you. Go on, Andy, go on. You were saying, good. Continue with your thoughts, brother.
No, I think you've got to look at the game for what you've seen it at, and then wonder what could have been afterwards. For me, there was times in the game early on when Newcastle really set the press really high, set a tone, and then Chelsea got that goal out of, let's be honest, it came out of nowhere, took everyone by surprise, including the ground, if I'm honest. And then we kind of shrank a little bit, came back into the game. I was getting a couple of messages off the usual guys, Lee, a few of the lads in the footy chat, giving it the, Chelsea's one up. And I didn't see as if that was a true reflection of the game, if I'm honest. So I really did back us to get back into the game. We did get back into the game. Good goal. What a good finish. I mean, if he's not in the top 3-4 strikers in the Premier League, Isaac, I don't know who's. I don't see 4 or 5 better than him. Anyhow, Murphy came on. We lost a little bit of the dominance in the press with Gordon going off. I think that hurt us. But we didn't really offer anything in the second half for me. I know Murphy smashed a good goal in, and we threatened, but we didn't hurt. I never saw you panic in the second half too much. And that's what worries me, if I'm honest, because we're struggling with sides like yourselves, like Brentford and Bournemouth. And you're right around us. We're looking at the likes of playing West Ham next week and saying if we can get a win, we'll catch them. You're not going to catch them if you're getting beat off Chelsea, who's below you. You've got to be picking up points. So it's a little bit worrying at this point, but I think it's understandable considering. I'll go back to the point I was making to JP before the start. Chinali plays that game if he's fit. Joe Linton plays that game if he's fit. Nick Pope plays that game if he's fit. You've then got Harvey Barnes off the bench if he's fit, and you've also got Colin Wilson. The problem Eddie has still got this season is every single time it looks like he's got a squad that he can work with, someone comes up with an injury and spoils the game. And I think the game suffered a little bit today from Gordon getting injured, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that was a kick in the teeth for you lot, because I can argue that he's been your best player next to Isaac.
Yeah.
So I will say that would have stung, not just the defeat, but the fact if he's got a bad injury as well.
Looks like it's the fact that he carried on, you could tell he had an injury in the first half.
Big up Deals. Oh, no, Deals is in, Deals is out. Fair enough. No deal. Deal or no deal? No, joking. Yeah, but go on, Andy. You were saying, brother. Sorry.
No, go on. Carry on. I wasn't saying that, man.
Well, hang on. Oh, fair enough. Sorry, because I did kind of jump at deals, but he's vanished. But JPT, on what Andy's just said about the injuries, have we got a similar hard? Maybe Chelsea, and I will say this: Chelsea and Newcastle are paralleling each other in the sense of we both look at what could have been if we had fitter players, if we had our first 11 out. You know what I mean? We were talking backstage with Andy a minute ago how much talent Newcastle are missing, how much talent Chelsea are missing, and these guys will both back me up when I said in the chat
Yeah.
these guys are both in. We basically both have a full. If you were to combine the players injured for both teams, you could probably have a bloody world-class 11, if I'm honest.
The fact that you've still got international on the bench and still have another 11 that could play internationals is the difference between Newcastle and Chelsea squads. That is the difference at the moment.
True, but the thing is, we bought a group of international players that haven't played together, and that's where the flip. We have maybe an overall.
That's why it's taking time.
In the depths, maybe in the depths of the squad, yes, we have better quality, but unfortunately, because most of them are young, they don't have the experience and the know-how to do said task. But we get glimpses of it, hence the goals. Because I'm not being funny, Murphy's is my favorite goal of the game because I love rocket shots. I think any true football fan does. But I will say the second, the favorite game of the goal had to be, or goal of the game had to be Mudrik's because it was Hazard. It was Hazard-esque. Now I don't know. Now,
you know the thing that annoys me about that goal?
Esque. Yes. Poor defender.
Dubravka comes off his line. If he just stays where he is, Botman shows him down the line.
Possible. Goalkeepers do rush out a lot. They don't.
Dubravka rushed out. I get why he did, but when he's went for the ball, he's went to cover. He's shielded as he's come out. He's shielded rather than just going for the ball.
Yeah.
Edison or Allison or any of the top keepers there, when they're coming out, they are going for the hands for the ball or they're going to get in the way of the ball.
Personally, Edison would have gave a penalty away in that situation because he did something similar against Liverpool, actually. He didn't. No, come on. He did something similar.
However. No, I think Dubravka's got to take some fault for that goal. I when I watched it with my daughter's recently coming into football, and she even articulated it to me before. So, I mean, if she's seen it, Eddie Howe must be seeing it. So,
how old's your daughter?
17.
Oh, come on. Come on. Never. She sports Newcastle.
She's very recent football, though. That's all I'm going to say. She's only started.
All right.
No, she sees that, and she's just getting into the sport, and that's so impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. And I'm not being funny. I have to say, and I said this earlier. In the
big up Wolf, big up JP.
Yeah, big up. Are you with us? Are you with us now?
Big up. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
no, bro, I can't hear you at all, man. I can't hear you at all.
Big up Andy, bro. Big up Andy. How are you?
Big up Deals, lad.
How do you think he feels?
Bro, I'll be real, yeah. I'll be real. It was a tough game first half. Second half, we turned up. I feel like the second half, we actually turned up. It's just the fact that Newcastle played a high press against us, I think that played it into our hands. If they played a low block, I think it would have been a different game.
We got it behind them.
Totally different game.
I said that to JPT yesterday, Deals. That was it yesterday when we did our watch along with Bance, or thing with the Wolf and Bance show. I said that our pace would be Newcastle's problem because one thing about it is and Andy will agree, Newcastle's defense isn't their first 11. Not by any stretch, and it's a fact of I do think in our team, that's one thing I will say, we have got up front ridiculous amounts of pace. We've got, Sterling's quick, Jackson's quick, Mudryk.
That's our starting 11. That's our starting attack. That's our starting attack of Sterling, Jackson,
Gallagher coming
and Palmer.
Midfield.
What?
That is our attack.
Right? Can I ask you guys a question? And I want Andy's input on this as well, right? Conor Gallagher, right? I watched him today with intrigue because I'm not being funny. I think he was a passenger in that team today. He did bits and bobs. I thought
it was isolated.
Can I ask you a question? And I want to ask everyone because Andy knows his stuff about football as well. When Nkunku gets fit, should we keep that starting front three and just take Conor out of the team and put Nkunku where he's supposed to be as a number 9 or number 10?
No, paper will tell you to do that. The only thing I will say to you is, mate, is other than Carlton Palmer, Sorry, Carlton Palmer. Palmer Cole. Who's Carlton Palmer? I'm showing my age.
Palmer.
I'm showing my fucking age there. Palmer Cole. Who has been? I mean, he's been your standout player, like the moments of quality. But I think your most consistent performer, just given everything for the shirt this season, has been Conor Gallagher. And I get that Nkuku is levels potentially above him. But at the same time, at this moment in time, the one thing that I seen tonight from Chelsea, which is the third time I've seen it this season, and the difference is the third time I've seen it is it's 2 games in 4 games. You've been so inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to dig in, be physical with the team. You know, usually have been a little bit rough with us at times, especially the wing backs. You just noticed that Anthony Gordon got an injury and didn't make sure that he didn't ignore the opportunity to give him a kick, which I totally get. I never seen that from Chelsea at the start of the season. And you start to see a little bit of an identity to your play. And I think Conor Gallagher is a part of that at the moment. So I think he's probably one of the players for you that is stonewall to start.
I get it, what you're saying about the work rate, and I'll be the first to agree with that because you're bang on about that. In terms of he gives all for the shirt, but the problem is, and I'll be real with you,
I know what you mean.
His decision making's not there, Andy.
Yeah.
He'll like for example, right, a couple of weeks ago in the Carling Cup final, right, when we played Liverpool, he had the opportunity when Sterling was ploughing down on the left, and he could have played him in through, but instead he reversed back on himself and tried to take a shot. When Sterling,
he had his one-on-one as well, didn't he?
Well, I'm not being funny. I will say this: I did that and watch along with JBT, and he'll back me up when I stood up and said, "What the jeepers creepers are you doing, Connor? Why didn't you play Sterling?" He could have played him in, and he cuts back in, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
It's a little bit like the Diaz one that we had on Sunday. It's just a little bit closer in. You know, Diaz could have taken it round the goalkeeper. He could have whipped it round him. He could have chipped him. He didn't do either, did he? No. I agree with you. Conor Gallagher gets into a lot of good positions very regularly.
Wolf, what did you think of Sterling? What did you think of Sterling
today?
Yeah.
Hang on 1 minute. Let Andy finish what you said about Connor, and then I'll answer that directly because I've got I want to say something about Sterling.
I just think I think for me, if I was a manager of Chelsea, someone would have to do something in training and impress me to get Conor Gallagher out of the team. That's all I'm saying.
No, fair enough. And to answer your question, Deals, how do I rate Sterling? Would be a lot better player, and his statistics would be a lot higher if he was less selfish. And I'll explain. When he was through, and you could clearly see before there was anyone on the line for Newcastle, I think it was Palmer that was up with him because I was, and he could have played him in, and it's a tap in.
Easy.
And Sterling has done that 5 or 6 times. Now I'm not being so funny.
Do you remember the Wolves game?
Wolves game? Yes, bro. Trust me, Sterling frustrates me because I'm not being funny.
Did it against us as well?
Yes, he did it against Newcastle before as well. In the game we beat them in the cup, I think.
Yeah. Then he stepped it, dummied a shot twice, and Shaw got a block in. I think I might be mistaken there.
I disagree with his comment. I disagree because I'm not being funny. If he
can't say the comment, I wish I could.
No, it says Sterling is a bum.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I can say that one. Yes.
Yeah. But the thing is, if he adds assists to his game, instead of like, if he, because one thing to be the man, sometimes you've got to like play in your teammates. And if there's one player out of that whole Chelsea squad with the medals to prove it, that should be like the know-how. It's Raheem Sterling. You put your team
on all that t-shirt.
Exactly.
Do you know what?
You need to put the team before yourself. Well, to be honest, bro, I can honestly say if that happens, I'm not going to shed a tear because I'm not being funny. I will say this: I'm not being funny. Build the team around Cole Palmer. Yeah, big up, Bargav. How you doing, brother? I hope you're well. I build the team around Palmer. Like, build the team around Enzo. Build the team around Concedo, like you're trying to do. Because I'm not being funny. Like Andy said, I want to see this team play regularly as it is. Because the only time you're going to get any structure, as we've all been discussing, and even Andy's dropped it in there today, The only time is if we let these boys play together regularly. They all need to learn each other's little habits.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever played FM, but you need the little green arrows to indicate they've established partnerships. That's the indicator if you've ever played FM that they've have an understanding. But it's one of those
That goes
ones.
with time.
I think as well, it's when you're playing under such a manager that's so in his game's based on with his wing backs. It's very like Liverpool, isn't it? Tottenham at their best
Energy.
when he was there is very like Liverpool. It's very on the transition. Your wing backs have got to be high. Brighton play the same way. They've got to react, and you've got to get your wide men involved in the game. If you don't get your wide men involved in the game, Harry Kane never got in this game at Tottenham. He's got in my opinion, he's got a very similar problem with Chelsea because he's got to get his wide players involved so much because he hasn't got an out-and-out striker. And he's just struggled because he hasn't got an out-and-out striker. But we said the same thing about Arsenal 8 weeks ago, and look what Arsenal's done. So, well, I did. I don't know about you guys.
That's not our only problem, though. That's not our only problem. It's not just a striker. It's everywhere on the pitch. If it's everywhere on the pitch, not just a striker. I think it's defense. I think there's a lot of issues in the.
Well, let me ask you a question. You asked me the question. Let me be rhetorical and feed it back to you in terms of what do you think of Sterling's performance today, Deals?
Well, I think his performances has been up and down.
Hello, ma'am. How you doing? Unlucky.
Some days
he
decides to turn up.
Big up, Queen.
Some days he decides to turn up, and sometimes he doesn't.
Hang on,
It
ma'am.
depends on who. It depends.
If you want to jump in another word, the links in the chat.
Wolf, it depends on the opposition. It depends on the opposition.
Elaborate. What
Because-
do you mean?
Because it depends on the low block and the high and the high press. If it's a high pressing team,
Go on, man.
and there's a lot of space, he has a good game because he knows where to find the spaces. If it's a low block, that's not his game. I'm telling you that now. Low blocks, he finds it difficult to find low blocks because he likes space being made for him. So the midfielders are making passes. If you look at it when he was at City, this is why I said why are we getting Sterling in the first place? Because we need midfielders that are going to provide for Sterling.
Night, man.
We need midfielders that are going to provide for Sterling. We shouldn't have got him in the first place.
Yeah, I hear you. And I'm not being... No, well, actually, no. At the time when we signed Sterling, that made sense. Because when we had Sterling, originally, wasn't Havertz and them not in the team. So it was kind of
Kovacic was here. Kovacic was here.
and all those guys, it was kind of like to add goals to that team.
Yes.
We're also adding experience.
Now the experience comes into because it's even less now than what there was. But the thing is...
Sorry, just out of curiosity, who's your next game against?
Burnley.
Right, so I'm going to say something. I was talking to Lee earlier today. I hope he's in the comments now. I've told him to get himself on the StreamYard. I hope he does. He's a good speaker. He's just a little bit weary of YouTube. Good football knowledge. Anyhow, going back to it, what was the point I was making? Sorry, so I was getting on to Lee and I forgot my point. Apologies.
What was that? Was it about Sterling?
Yes, sorry. You said... Oh, fucking hell.
I've been Will Smith.
The effect on Newcastle in Chelsea this season, right? The effect's going to be you've got a side that has spent what? And I don't want to get into the money, but they spent a lot of money. You've got about 5-6 players this season.
What, Palmer's? Are you talking about Palmer's on this one, AFC always? Big up to you, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think he's talking about Palmer's, yeah. Oh, by the way, and the only player in the Premier League to get, was it in 5 games, a goal and an assist as well?
No, I'm not on about Palmer. I'm on about the likes of Madiwaki.
The comment, Andy. The comment.
11 goals, 8 assists.
Yeah, but about Sterling, you were saying.
Mate, it's gone.
Oh shit! Sorry.
It's gone. Once I started reading that, and I started bigging up Lee, trying to get him on. Me main went. Sorry.
No, it's all right. We'll just flow
Sure,
with
you're
it.
talking about. You're talking
Surely
about,
we've all had a mind blank on YouTube at one point. Please tell me other people have.
Yeah, oh, dude, don't worry about it, man. Like, just ride with the conversation again, and I'm sure you'll want to say
Cool.
something else. But don't worry about it.
if
The
it
bam
comes,
bam
if it
bam.
comes up, just say like,
Yeah.
oh, it's back.
But just to complete Deals' question, JPT,
Mhm.
like, how do you feel about Sterling's performance? My hairline's fine. It's just held back by the
Mine's gone the same way.
Oh, you should see how long my hair is, bro. Jesus Christ. Look.
Simple.
JP, do you want him gone in the
I'm
summer?
not for Sterling, man.
JP,
I
do you
want
want
him
him gone
gone.
in
I
the
want
summer?
his wages off the bill.
JP,
Mm.
JP, do you want him gone in the summer?
Might as well, man, because it depends who's going to go for him, who's going to pay his wages, because he's collecting
Saudi will pay for him. Saudi.
But right now,
Or
he's collecting
Tottenham might sign him. Tottenham might
Nah,
sign
Todd
him.
Brody's
They
going
need
to
a
use his
winger.
links, bro. Todd Brody's going to use his links, man. Get him Saudi.
Tottenham
he's
might
going to
sign
Saudi
him.
Arabia
Sure.
versus the Undertaker.
Hang on. Can I ask you a question, though? I still think he has purpose, because I'm not going to be funny, right? He's 28, 29
Yeah, we still
now,
got
right? I'm not being funny. If we use Sterling the right way, we leave him on the left in spaces, and we create spaces for him to find gaps and score goals, that guy can still churn out 15 goals a season, right? If we can put him in position to score tap-ins, he'll score tap-ins, bro. So it's one of those ones that we can't rely on him solely. That's the
No.
problem.
If we're gonna
You
replace
are
Sterling,
part of a
yeah.
better club.
If we're gonna
a better
replace
squad.
him, yeah, we better replace him with a better winger. I don't want to be seeing no youngster come in that position if we're replacing him. Personally,
Do you ever look at Sterling and think sometimes when he gets the chances from Chelsea, they're about, say, 10, 12 yards out, whereas the same chances that he was getting at Man City's 6, 4
7.
yards out.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he just seems a little bit less complacent. He's like just doing the same as what he was doing when he was 4 yards out. He gets in the same positions for Chelsea. It's just they're a couple of yards further back, aren't they? Chelsea just aren't breaking that line as quick as Man City do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. That
He's
follows
getting
what
in
I
the
would say.
same positions. It's just as if he's got that. I'm Raheem Sterling. I've done it for Man City, so I'm going to knock it in. And no, it's not the same now. You're in a side that you need to graft to get to where you're going to be. Like what he was when he was at Liverpool, when he was a youngin.
Mhm.
I've always been a fan of Raheem Sterling. I think he gets a lot of bad.
I still like him, but he's not the main man. He's never been the main man.
No, he's not a main man. No,
That's what
I
he said.
totally agree.
This is what he said at the start of the season, though, that he's gonna be the main man.
Then he's
That's
not,
what he
though.
said.
Okay, what he said and what is the truth, because I'm not being funny, right? And it's not just against Newcastle today. We've had because he was part of the infamous 3-on-1 at Man United when we didn't score. How can you be 3-on-1 with the goalkeeper and not score? We do that. Us lot do that when we used to play FIFA and when it was on the loading screen. Come on, bro. Allow it.
I've remembered what I was going to say, Wolfie.
Hey, wait. Andy remembered. Go on.
I've remembered. I was on about the impact on Chelsea. So, like, you know, you're getting a win. You've just moved above us now, or level on points. The thing that got me today was the same thing that we didn't do last season. When we get in a position to either win a trophy or get into a position where if we'd beaten you today and then beat West Ham, you're in a strong position for top 6. Because we've got Man City on the weekend, then we've got West Ham's next game. If we'd won today, we would have went, a point above West Ham, give or take. That game's a massive, massive game. This is why when I was talking to Lee before, it was like, it's a bottle game, this. It seems just I don't want to use the Arsenal sign tag, like, we bottled it. But
well, you injured it, really.
It was just one of them games, wasn't it? The first goal was iffy, let's be honest.
I didn't watch it. I wasn't there. I was at work. So
Which
if you say it
players
was
are you
iffy,
The first goal,
Andy,
anyone that was
which
watching
players
the
are you
game was
missing?
against the run of play, let's be honest.
Andy, which
The
players are you
stadium was
missing?
shocked.
Who are you missing?
who we
The
missed?
Who are you
second,
missing?
once we got back into the game,
Mhm.
we had a period of 10 minutes where we were knocking the ball around and we started to look good. And as soon as the ball went to Sean Longstaff, every single time we tried to go forward, we lost the ball.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
I think that was the difference today. I honestly think if we had a different midfielder, we would have gotten something from it today.
Okay, what was you gonna say, Deals?
I was just saying that how Newcastle have got injuries as well, but if you
Mhm.
look at it, yeah, we have injuries as well. Like,
Yeah,
it was an even game to go into. You know what
yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
true. It's true. Like, I'm not being funny. We were both three-legged rocking horses. Because one thing about no, it's true. It's true. Because okay, as much big up Chelsea perspective in the building. Hope you're doing well, brother. If you jump
Big
onto
up
my
Chelsea perspective.
if you jump onto my chat, the StreamYard's in there. If you want to jump in and have a little say on the game, bro, please feel free. Unless JPT shared it onto his one as well. But yeah, I agree. Like in terms of this was and these boys know I've both said this. It was Battle of Cripple FC. And the thing is, where Newcastle's injuries are more around, ours are more.
When you mean around, you mean important?
Well, no, all round the team. Because like you've got a winger injured, a midfielder injured, a couple of defenders injured, blah blah blah. We've got
mostly
we've
defenders, center back.
got we've got virtually
Jack's
our first
injured.
team defense is injured because Reece James is injured, Ben Chilwell's injured, and the £80 million man who's making Harry Maguire look like a bargain in terms of Wesley Glass Fofana, who's supposed to be like our star defender.
Let's talk about Chilwell.
No, I don't want to talk about Chilwell. You know
It's
how I
only
feel about Chilwell.
£130 million you want to talk about, you know.
He's gone in the summer. I think he's gone in the summer as well.
I hope
He needs to go, bruv. He needs to go.
Listen.
He's gonna pick up an injury.
Conversations. Do you think Cucurella's better than Chilwell?
No.
You don't think so?
Oh, look how Cucurella got spun, bruv. Like from Murphy.
He
Don't get me
got
wrong.
spun different.
No, I'm not being funny.
can't
I
lie.
appreciate
Who spun him?
Murphy's
Isaac.
right.
Who spun him?
Murphy.
It was Murphy.
Murphy, bro.
Yeah.
Murphy, don't get me wrong. Murphy's spin was beautiful, but it's only because you ran out
The
and you
finish
go,
was quality,
"Whoop!"
bro.
It was a simple turn, let's be honest. It was a simple
Yeah, he got the shoulder on him and left him. Like,
body in the
done.
front, turn, whack it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, he got span and net. Because I'm not being funny. When Murphy turns him, he's still actually got a lot to do. But it's just the
Big
way.
shout out to Lee because he will be loving it that we're talking about Murphy because Murphy's his best
Do you
mate.
think Chilwell gets spun like that?
Wow.
Really?
Chilwell, hey, Wolf, do you think Chilwell gets spun like that?
Probably because he's not defensively aware.
No,
Because
he's not.
really, because one thing. Okay, let me tell you, as a defender, and I've coached defending as well. The first problem is you're running out and giving him the space to run into.
Yeah.
The second thing is, if you are going to get close on him and tight, why are you sprinting at him? Just play. You don't have, because sometimes you have to kill space, bro. And this is one thing as a defender I got taught by watching other great defenders and listening to a great defender. He wasn't like top professional, but he was a coach that I met, and he was a really, really, really good player, bro. Right? He had no knees left, bless him, but he had a great mind and he helped teach kids. But he always said to me in defending, and his idol was Maldini. Right? And he said, and then the best words I've ever heard from him say, if you have to go to ground, you've already made a mistake.
Yeah.
And the reason why, and he said that defending is covering space. That's what defending is. Whether it's space for someone's run or space for someone's shot, it's covering space. That's even Diassi's goal, because as much as I love Isaac's finish, by the way, because Isaac's finish was sweet. It was right in the corner. Perfect. It was right. Well, and I do agree with Andy.
We're lacking defensively, though. We're lacking defensively.
No, we weren't lacking defensively because Diassi was standing in front of him. The problem was he was showing him inside.
But
it's just that little bit of quality Isaac's got to bend it round.
But happening all season though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I appreciate that, but this is
every
where
goal that we concede is exactly the same, like in a certain way.
Yeah, someone cuts in and shoots.
Miscommunication in the backline. That's why.
The two centre backs cross each other, don't they, as he strikes it? So that's the first mistake Chelsea's made. Your two centre backs should never cross each other like that.
Not really, no.
And that's exactly what they're doing as he bends it around their ankles. So for me, I totally agree with what Wolfie's saying there. There was a defensive error, and as he was saying, not to take anything away from Isaac, but he's been helped by the fact that the two centre-backs or at least one of the wing backs and centre backs are crossing across each other.
Right. Andy's just summed it up. You know, that's how you know Isaac's a baller. We made a mistake and we were punished for it.
Exactly.
That's how you know that guy's a baller.
Thiago Silva should
No,
have
no, bro. Thiago Silva don't make the difference because it's the defensive structure. Thiago Silva won't chase down. Isaac.
He does.
Okay, that's true. But it's done now.
A mistake like Chalobah done. Chalobah made a mistake, bro.
Well, Chalobah's ring rusty. I'm surprised to see Chalobah start this game, actually.
Oh, we don't really have a choice, do we, though?
Well, true. But the thing is, I was actually still very surprised because I'm not being funny. That guy's got ring rust to hell. Hang on a completely separate conversation. AFC always says we have to beat Man City at the 8-yard.
Well, Pete, I've sent a StreamYard to me, pal Lee, if that's okay with you.
Of course. 100%. Of course. You're trusted, bro. You're a trusted member of my channel.
Conversations, though. Conversations.
The kid Nazi football. You'll have to try and catch his accent out. Like, he's Cockney Geordie, so it's...
Wait. Cockney Geordie?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay, whoopsie daisy. All right, okay. Lee, if you can hear this, please feel free to join. You are more than welcome, bro. Like, we're all a chilled out group. Everyone gets.
What I said to Omar is, look, if you're not going to feel comfortable coming on here, you're not going to. So, and he jumped on NFTV a couple of times on the fan reaction. So if you know what I mean, when you've got 15 people there, you know.
He's welcome. Exactly. He's welcome.
Cool. Thank you guys for that.
Yeah, sure, man. No problem. No problem, man. He's more than welcome.
Would you mind putting it in the chat again for him?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. There you go. Boom, done. But on a separate note, right? On Newcastle's performance, right?
Yes.
Okay, on Newcastle, because I want to chuck this. I want the Chelsea fans to answer this first, by the way, before I ask Andy this, right? Did we get away with one when Gordon got injured? Because I'm not being funny. Andy was right. From what I'd read of transcripts and stuff, they were pressing us quite high and making us make mistakes until he got injured. As the Chelsea boys, you tell me what kind of difference that, because for me, he's their, if not their best player, their second best player at the moment.
I would say their best winger. He's their best winger.
Yeah, Mickey's fell off since last season.
He's their best winger still. I would say their best winger they got at their club. Actually, rate Anthony Gordon. I think he's a good player, to be fair. We should have got him. We should have got him when we had Tuchel. Remember?
Yeah, when we almost signed him. That's actually true when he was at Everton.
No, I actually think he's a good player for them. I actually think he's a quality player. And that's why I feel like when he came off the pitch for them, it lacked authority of pressing. They didn't really press that much. But what they did do is play it through the middle. Now they knew how to press through the middle because why? Our middles wasn't closed down properly at certain times. I'll be real. On defensively in the middle, we weren't that great. But they knew what they were doing through the middle. To pass the ball through the middle. Because teams know how to play against us in the middle. That's what I'm gonna say, bro.
Yeah, well, in the middle, we're tactically inept. That's the reason why teams play for us in the middle, bro. Because they could be far apart.
Crazy though, isn't it? When you think of the ability that you've got in the middle.
Well, it's talent, not ability. Because either way you acknowledge it, yes, they are talented players. Moses Caicedo will run like a monster possessed, and I will say Enzo
Caicedo can't do it by himself.
No, I think it's just the ability. It's just the inability to get it out.
Yeah, well, that comes through structure, like you were saying, Andy, and that's developing. But the thing is, that midfield is because as much as we say, and it goes on to the Connor point earlier, that he runs harder than everybody else, which is true, but there's something missing in that midfield. The consistency is not there. There's no one there to stabilize the midfield. I'm not being funny here. That's what I mean. And I tell you what, you know what we need? Okay, I never thought I'd say this, but we need someone who can hold the ball and who's strong in the midfield.
Lavia is strong.
No. But the thing is,
Lavia's the real deal.
Lavia may be the real deals, but I'm not being disrespectful, bro. He's a 20-year-old kid, which is the problem.
Fragile kid.
No, but he knows how to
press.
He
guys.
knows how to press on the ball, bro. And he knows how to defend. He's good at defending as well, bro.
I hear you. Get fit first. Yes, Andy.
Lee's just messaged. He says, would you mind putting the StreamYard in again? He missed it.
Well, is he in my chat or in JPT's?
I have no idea. Which
I put it on mine too, but I'll put it again.
In my chat, it's the last message.
I don't even know
What,
which
JP,
channel he's watching
JP,
on.
are you saying that Lavia's not good defensively, bro?
I've actually sent it in his Facebook.
Huh?
You can
So
see
that
it there. I've
Right.
sent it on his Facebook.
Yeah, send in the link that I sent you. It's the same link.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got it.
Was he on WhatsApp? No. Okay, I agree with you there, Deals, by the way.
He's going to be challenged. He's Cockney Geordie. Come on.
Right. Oh. I
Because
had,
yeah, Wolf, if you look at it, yeah, you see the
Mhm.
profile that when Casado was at Brighton, yeah, when he
Yes.
had the two midfielders beside him, yeah, Mark
Mhm.
Allister and Gross.
Yeah, they were
If
trio.
he's got-
Yeah.
If he's got Enzo and Lavia beside him, I think
Yes.
it'd be totally different to how Gallagher is beside.
Yeah, but the thing is, we
Casado.
lose. The thing is, right? I will say this: Lavia, Enzo. So at all the three of them, do you keep Lavia and Enzo? Enzo slightly further forward and Lavia and Conceda behind him. I hear that. That's not a bad way of doing it, but
Is any of them three creative?
pardon?
Enzo is.
Is any
Enzo
three
is.
of them
Enzo.
creative? Salcedo, Lavia, or Enzo?
Lavia's never played, bro. Well, forget Lavia.
I know, but
No,
if
but
that's going to be your
this is what I'm
three,
gonna say, bro. This is
that's
what I'm
very
gonna say.
defensive.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say. That lacks attacking balance unless you push Enzo up. And I'm not being funny. Is Enzo a number 10?
No,
Unless
he's not.
No,
Would
no
you?
way.
Then
No,
would
hear me
it
out,
be
hear me out, hear me out, hear me
Lavia,
out, hear me out.
Connor?
Hear me out. We're gonna have to
Hang
change
on.
our formation. We're gonna have to change our formation,
Well,
bro.
the thing is, you could still keep it how it is with a 4-3-3 and have Enzo, say, on the right and say Conceido behind. Or sorry, no, sorry, have Enzo in the center, have Lavia and Conceido behind them. But the thing is, if Enzo tries to push up, then if we play Carl Palmer, for example, he's now pushing up into the space that Carl Palmer wants to occupy when he gets the ball. So
I think you need someone like Hackman Changalunga or something. Maybe just someone just to.
Well, I want to ram.
Like an old school Fabregas, you'd be fine.
I was gonna say
I
like
want
a
to know.
Fabregas
I want to
type of role.
know from Everton. I think he's got physical.
No, from Everton. The
Yeah,
midfield.
we're apparently after him. I wouldn't. Do you know what his deals? I agree with that. If you want someone to get around the pitch physically, he's probably one of the best in the Premier League.
Or Ruben Neves. Would you take Ruben Neves, Wolfie? Would you take
Would I
Ruben
take Ruben?
Neves?
No, I wouldn't. I'd go for Kefren Turam because he's powerful.
that?
He's got... you don't know who
No, I
Kefren
agree with
Turam
that.
is?
Turam.
Hey, bro, I tell you what. If you want someone
What
who's
is you
like
with these French brothers, man? I don't like.
no. Kefren Turam. He's got heritage, bruv. His dad's Lillian Turam.
He's a
baller, bruv. He's a baller. Trust me, he's powerful.
And he's got a touch like an angel at times, hasn't he?
He's got a shot. He's got a touch. He can tackle. He can defend. He can run. He can attack. He can support the.
He's a modern day Vieira, really.
Andy knows. He's been hanging around Steve. Andy knows.
Steve's been hanging around me for years. That's how he knows what he knows.
Shots fired.
I'm joking. Steve, I love you. If it's Premier League, he learns off me. If it's French League, I'll learn off him.
Fair enough. And big up Anthony Hibbert in the chat, by the way. Big up.
Who's more likely to?
Yes, good lad. Good lad. He's always in the chat.
He's more likely to lose a job.
Campbell too.
Sorry.
Has Lee tried to get in yet?
Who? What? Anthony? He's been on. Of course, Anthony. Oh, what? Lee? No, I haven't seen him.
Is there anyone like in the backstage? Or no.
No. There's not. I'm looking at it. But anyway, big up Anthony and big up the assembly.
Yes. I'll try to send it, Lee. The link that you sent me.
Well, but even in WhatsApp, it's nothing.
Well, if he's in the chat, he can see it. And Anthony, if you want to jump on, you're more
I
than
know
welcome.
that. That's what I can't understand. It's in the chat. Why is he not bright enough? Well, he's Cockney Geordie, isn't he? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm not saying a word.
You can tell we're good friends.
Astrid likes backstage. Oh God. Anyway, right. So on the Newcastle performance, right, and I want to hear this, right? So because I've asked the boys the question, I want to ask Andy, how much did that Gordon injury affect you?
I think it could have been the difference between we're getting a point.
Wait, hang on, 1 minute. Pay for Ramsdale what the hell would we want Ramsdale for? We got
We already
Petrovic.
have Sanchez. It's the
Yeah,
same
and
thing.
Petrovic. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, we
No,
got
I'm saying
Petrovic.
Sanchez is just a tan version of Ramsdale. They both get the same type of mistakes in them.
True.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Petrovic is better than Ramsdale. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I don't know where. Sorry, Andy.
Wolfie, would you mind explaining to Lee that's watching the video that if he scrolls across the chat, it goes to a live chat, and then if he scrolls down, you'll get the StreamYard.
Was he on YouTube or is he on his phone? Because if he's on his phone, it'll come.
I'm away. He's watching on. To be honest with you, mate, I just can't. All he keeps sending me is saying there's no StreamYard link.
Yes, there is.
I just sent it to you again just to see.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. 2 seconds. I'm gonna quickly.
Okay. So, okay.
And I'm gonna watch you's. Oh, okay, bollocks to that now. It's gonna take too much. But I'll send that to him.
Okay. Big up to me.
So that's on WhatsApp. 2 seconds.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. The question that you're asking is Newcastle. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So again, how is you summing up the injury to Anthony Gordon? How it affected your performance?
I truly believe that he was the difference between us getting a point, or maybe even 3 out of that game. Simply because early on in the game, when he was high pressing, your goalkeeper was kerfuffled, as I would say. He got rushed a couple of times. You looked a little bit, I don't know, like you were chasing the game a little bit. The one thing that you had in your favour, though, is every single time the ball on our right-hand side went into a dangerous position to either put the ball in or do something, it was Sean Longstaff.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't do something with it. In my opinion, if we'd had a different midfielder today...
Yeah, hang on. And he's like, yeah, does the link come up on a Nokia 3310?
He's gonna hate me for this, later on. He's gonna, you dick. He's the one that can't understand a StreamYard, not me.
I'll tell you what, he's the one he's hit the link and he's gone into a game of snakes.
I know he's went on Russian wives near you. Oh, I'll press that. Yes, I'll press that. I'm 2 miles away, are you? Oh, sorry.
I just need your social.
Sorry, Lee. I just tried to get you.
I've got a Nigerian cousin who's got 5 million in the bank, and they just need £5,000 sent to them. Please, would you send it? Yes, no problem. Send us more nudes. Yeah, that's what he's clicked on. Probably, not only he probably has.
This has gone into a weird place.
Yeah.
It has. You started it.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You said he was Cockney Georgie. Don't try and point the finger at me.
Wolfie, I got to head out, bro. All
right, my G's. Thank you for dropping by, man.
Anyhow, I do think, going back to the football, sorry, guys. I do think this will...
Big up Andy, big up JP, bro.
Deals, all the best, mate. Take care of yourself. I do think that this will cost us probably either a Europa Conference League place or the other Europa League place. This result could be the difference. I honestly do think that, because it's going to be us, yous, Villa, Tottenham, Man United, Brighton, maybe. I think West Ham will fall off.
Wolves are in there.
Well, to be honest, anyone from about 12th up to about...
Yes, yep.
Because I'm not being funny. I will say this. The only thing that's been normal about this league season so far is because at points, and we all know this, right? The Premier League stretches out. There'll be like a group at the bottom, then there'll be another little separated group in the middle of that. And then, you know what I mean? There's little gaps, but at this point, the only gap is between the top 3 to everybody else, and everyone else is kind of like in a ladder all the way to about 12th. Because literally, if any team wins about 5 games in a row, you'll probably find you shoot up the table like really.
Yeah, I mean, if Luton won the next 3 games, I haven't looked at the next 3 games.
Yeah, they could.
But I'd be pretty sure that if Luton won the next 3 games, they'd probably have a game's grace for relegation. It's that tight.
It's true. It's actually.
They have. Let me see. I have their schedule pulled up right now.
Well,
yeah.
Luton.
I mean, look at Everton.
No, I'm looking at. Oh, I could look at Everton. But Luton have Bournemouth.
They're in
Forest,
free fall of it.
and Tottenham the next 3 games.
Everton were that good at the first half of the season that they haven't got a win in 11.
What about West Ham though? They were on an abysmal run recently as well. Because didn't they lose?
And then they started winning a couple of games convincingly. Yeah, that's the problem with West Ham. If their front four connect, you're in for a busy day. But if you keep Bowen and Paquetá out of the team or game, set pieces then, isn't it, with West Ham? Corners, free kicks, you've got to watch them. They are very, very clever at that.
Well, hang on.
They're doing this without their main striker right now, without Mikel Antonio.
Well, I thought he'd just come back.
Did he come back? Is he finally back from injury?
Yeah, he came back from. He played the full last game.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say he was fully fit yet, but he's on the way there.
No, he wasn't fully fit. No.
They were missing him. I know Bowen was holding up front line, but he's better off on the wing.
Well, hang on, because we're in similar positions. Let's get back to what's happening today. Like, and I'm gonna try and take a neutral perspective here, and I'm gonna drop the.
How are you gonna try?
No. Because the reason you'll hear what I mean. Because we're in such similar positions with similar injuries to our squad, and literally we kind of have similar aims in the sense of top 6 is a must. Yeah, in terms of
I agree with that. Europa League for me. I think if Eddie Howe doesn't get Europa League, unless he gets a cup final, he's probably going to be looking over his shoulder.
Well,
not that he should. I just think he will be.
Well, hang on. Well, let me throw this away, right, and the other way round, right. Andy, you tell me what you should think will happen with Chelsea, and then I'll ask JPT what he should happen with Newcastle. So go on. You give me your.
All right, with Chelsea. Oh, where do you start? I mean, you've got that many top players that I can't even name. You've got the kid that's on loan at Dortmund, Malson, Dutch kid.
Ian Matson.
He looks a decent player. I mean, is he best left wing back? Left wing?
If we can get him back.
I mean, he can play anywhere. The guy has good ball IQ.
So there's a headache for the manager. When let's be honest, where's one of your biggest problems been this season?
This season, consistency, staying healthy, and not
left
finishing
back
chances.
Left back's got to be one of your. I mean, of course, you're missing Reece James. That's probably your biggest, in my opinion. Your biggest. What's the word? Because I mean, Reece James, in my opinion, I've said this on many feeds. I think when he's fully fit, he's all round the best right back in Europe. All rounder.
Then we'll see.
Then what do you replace him with? That's a problem, guys. I'm sorry, I'm bursting for a piss. I won't have to go.
All right, man. We'll just go do your thing. Come back. All right. So JPT quickly flipping it while he strains his weasel. Give me your take on the Newcastle situation.
I mean, when you say that, do you mean like what do I think how they're going to finish, or just to sum up how they've been doing, or what's?
No. What would be your aim for them? If you were Newcastle right now, what would be success to them right now?
Bare minimum, getting European football. Which what gets you that in the Conference League? That's what 7th place.
I think so.
It's going to be tough because, like you said, it's just we're in a giant cluster from 7th. Even you can even bring United into there at 6, but let's see here. From 13th, it's 32 points to 7th, 43. So 11-point difference, 4 games. It's just which one of those teams can find consistency for, like, let's say 3-4 games in a row. It's gonna be tough because a lot of these teams are facing injuries. But talking about for Newcastle, if you take out the consideration of where they finished last season, because let's admit they didn't have this type of injury situation last year. And Eddie Howe didn't suddenly just become a poor manager. It's just he's trying to make the best what he can do with trying to find a fit starting 11. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think success would just at least get into European football, and if possible, try to reach a cup final. And which is still plausible. It's just the health issue. You guys have the worst luck, I think, and that's coming from Chelsea side. We've been injury prone for like ongoing
2
3 years
years.
now.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, it's been a
But
while.
But it's always just look how we mentioned it earlier. It's been like the center backs or full-backs, maybe defensive midfield depth, but all around, top to bottom, that's ridiculous. I was looking at the starting 11 from the first game till now. Yeah, sure. I think the main difference is we had goalkeeper, right back with Trippier, Tonali being out, and then kind of forcing. What is it? I know Longstaff starting the season, but it's a big miss in the depth side. Relying on Lewis Miley, which I think has been a good player for you guys.
Crazy, isn't it? Relying on a 17-year-old. Let's be honest. Against Chelsea,
he's a talented 17-year-old. I'll admit that.
He's an unbelievably talented kid, but I mean, to put so much pressure on him so often, so early, I think he showed what a good player he is.
Mm.
And then Isak kind of he's one of many strikers that are injury prone there because Callum Wilson, he can't really stay healthy. Jacob Murphy, I think, doesn't he have a bad injury record as well?
Who's that, sorry?
Jacob Murphy.
Murphy's injury record's not to it's normally little knocks, like miss a game and then he'll come back a couple of games. He's had a couple of shoulder injuries recently, which has kind of given him that name, but I don't think he's the type of player that you would say over a course of having him out a while, he'd be a Callum Wilson, let's say, where you just can't keep him fit.
Right.
What about Barnes? He's getting a bit injury prone as well, isn't he?
Barnes, exactly. No. I said to Lee, I wish he'd get in this fucking shot. I've sent him the link enough.
I've tried, and I've tried.
Mate, honestly,
for this guy.
he keeps sending us a message saying it's not in the link. I've already got StreamYard or something. I'm like, no, you got to click on the fucking link, you divvy. But no, Barnes is. It's what it gives you in rotation for me.
Yeah.
We know what Barnes can do if he plays 30 games a season. He can get 14 goals, 11 assists. We know that. The problem we've had this season is we've never been able to bring a player off like an Anthony Gordon and bring a Harvey Barnes on.
Quality player on, yeah.
We've never been. It's always been Barnes or Miggy, Gordon or Miggy, Miggy for Gordon, or Joe Linton for Miggy. Or even Joe White for fucking Bruno Guimaraes. It's been in it, and I'm not saying that a lot of the signs from the team that I'm seeing is down to the starting lineup. I see flaws in what they're doing, and that's not me trying to be a tactical genius. It's not obvious. We had the ball in your half at 60-ish minutes. Longstaff had the ball. He had a 3-yard pass. Quick pass where he could play a 1-2 into Bruno, and the left back had gone. He chased it. All he had to do was play the simple pass to the side of him and run. No, he plays it 18 yards backwards to his goalkeeper. If you're going to press high and you're going to play a high intensity, you've got to be brave on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, I think the knock-on effect this season has been not one of them players can turn on and say, I think I played in our strongest 11 this year. I don't think Newcastle, Eddie knows his strongest 11 yet because he's never had it available.
A full fit squad. Well, I'm not being funny.
And I think for him to lose his job or people to talk about his job is a little bit harsh.
Would you think he deserves more time considering the back? And I'm not being funny, actually. I will say this: Newcastle have genuinely been shafted this year because you were put out in Champions League a bit unfair.
It's typical Newcastle. Looking at you, start thinking that you're going to get your anyway. You get to a semi, and then your dick drops. It's simple Newcastle football, isn't it?
Bro, I'm not.
You take Man United second You should have beat them. You were 12 points clear. You then play them in a Community Cup final when you've just signed Alan Shearer. You're thinking this is the fucking day we batter Man United.
Yeah.
You get beat 4-0, and then you play them in the home game 8 weeks later and beat them fucking 5-0. But it costs 3 points to them. It doesn't cost them a cup or a league.
Mm.
You know, these are the things that Newcastle need to learn. And unfortunately, one of the first things is realising that you can't have a local lad in your team if he's not good enough.
That seems to be like a lot of your guys' points, because I know it's like, who are the local boys like for your time, for your side? It's like Dan Byrne, Longstaff.
Longstaff, straight away. Longstaff is not good enough.
Well, he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
That's the
Not
thing.
good enough.
The reason why I just brought up Dan Byrne just because I think it's, am I not mistaken, isn't he on the older side at this point?
Sorry, is he?
Dan Byrne, isn't he on the older side at this point?
Yeah, Dan Byrne's on the older side. Don't get us wrong, but I think Dan Byrne, you can, the limitations that Dan Byrne has can be minimised. But when you're playing in the middle of the pitch with players like Bruno Guimaraes, you can't. You've got to be on this.
Hey!
Look at his tan, go on, son.
I had the same reaction at work after I saw Mucho.
Look at his tan as well. You can tell he's just been to Spain, can't you?
How's it going, lads? All right.
How you doing, mate? You're all right.
Can I introduce everybody, if you don't mind? Wolfie, Lee, Cockney Geordie, JPT, Lee, Cockney Geordie. And this is me best man from your wedding, the pain in my arse.
Just about.
But my partner in climate when it comes to football, so.
All right, well, Lee, let's not further ado. What did you think about today's match between Newcastle and Chelsea?
Well, I thought Chelsea, I don't give no respect to you, but Chelsea were, I mean, have been for the majority of the fucking season fucking shite. And I thought we would fucking, have a good go at you. But it's the case of we just didn't turn up. I don't think we turned up. And we started off the first 10 minutes really well. And then from that after that, we just seemed to go downhill. And I'm sitting there going, what's happening? But it seemed to start dominating us. And I'm thinking, whoa, what's going on? But I just think it was two shot teams coming together. And it was just a shit show.
That's exactly what I said to these two, Lee. Like, I said that to these, and didn't I send you that message earlier when it's crippled FC? it's the two three-legged donkeys going against each other. It really was.
I mean, you watched the match the other day, Man City, Liverpool, and they were just tremendous, weren't they? It was just like the ultimate football. And then you watch these two teams, and you're going, "Fucking hell."
We're miles off it, aren't we? That's how you got to look at it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just diabolical what we played. Like it was in the middle of the park, and we were just like we were heading balls to each other and like losing balls and everything. And we were going, "Fuck!" I'm going, "Fucking hell! Win the ball! Win the ball!"
Someone just bring the ball down and play a pass, will it, rather than playing another 50-50. That's yeah. I'm totally with you, Lee.
It was just so shocking, so shocking. But I spent the most of the night just
so shocking.
getting up, going for cigarettes, and then just losing my rag and just shouting at the telly.
He's got to have a half-time cigarette, Lee.
I generally go for a half-time cigarette.
Dude, I could get through a pack in half-time at Chelsea right now.
Yeah.
I literally chain smoke FC, mate. Trust me, But yeah, all right. Well, do me a favor, because you watched the game and obviously you were smoking your heart out. Who stood out for you, Lee, for Chelsea? What, Palmer? Tell me what you thought of Chelsea that game.
Palmer.
The only person that really stood out for me was Palmer. But I don't even rate him. I'll be honest. I don't even rate him. I think
why?
Because I just think he got in too much space. I think we give him too much space. I think he's one of these average players that we just give too much respect to.
Whoa.
Honestly, man, I just think when he's one of the average players, we give too
He's
much.
never said this before, mate.
Honestly, man, I just think he's like one of these Smith Rose from Arsenal.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
He's younger. That you just give too much respect to. He's got the ball. He's got too much time on it. And he goes forward, and he's got the ability. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he's got the ability. But if
Is he better than Miggy?
If we didn't close him down, if we give him, he just had too much space. And
Is he better than Miggy?
If you give average ability to a player with average ability, they'll find the net, and I think that's what it's all about. That's what my view is anyway.
Oh well, I asked. I didn't ask, you know. Well, that's all we're gonna hear from Lee today. No, all right, fair enough. I asked the lads this, and I'll ask you, Lee, as well. How much did you think that Gordon injury affected you?
I thought you were going to say, is he better than Miggy? Oh,
I ain't getting into that conversation.
Gordon injury.
It's.
I tell you what, I've heard tonight that he's out for the rest of the season, and if that is the case, our season done with. It's kaput.
Is that Gordon out for the rest of the season?
That's what I've heard. And if he's
I wouldn't be surprised with it being his knee. I wouldn't be surprised. He shouldn't have carried on. Before halftime, I said it to Naomi. I went, he needs to get off.
No, he just wasn't. From the first knock he took, he was struggling, and he was giving thumbs up to the bench and all that. But you could tell he was.
Yeah, he was struggling. He was wincing every time he was putting weight on his leg. And I said, when he went to take the corner, I said to Naomi, I says, if it was his right leg, he wouldn't be taking the corner, so it must be his left leg. And he literally took the corner, and 2 minutes later, he was down on his left leg. And I was like, I hate being like sometimes. But,
they're saying it's his knee. They're saying it's knee.
Left knee.
Oh, big up Budgie in the building as well. Bloody Chelsea ruined my bet by scoring 2 goals too many. Hope you're well, brother. Big up, Budgie. Hope you're doing well as well, sir. Everyone's ripping us. Sorry, Andy, you were saying.
No. It's just.
They're saying it's his knee, by the way. I'm reading it here. They're saying it's his knee.
I hope it's not, because I said to Naomi it'd be either his cruciate or his arterial ACL. Or let's not hope it's one of them, because that means Euros is gone as well.
Yeah, he's out for about 8 months.
And he doesn't deserve that after what he's done this season.
No, definitely not. But going back to what you asked me, if he does go, he's out for the rest of the season. We've got no. We've got
your best mate.
Almiron, yes.
Diego Murphy, your best mate.
Yes. We've got him, but we've got.
Explain it, Lee. How is Jacob Murphy your favourite Newcastle United footballer?
Well, you
just think he's brilliant, don't you?
It started because you were calling him worse than shit, but then you started scoring goals, and you went, "He's not bad," and then you start, you know, he's a good player. He's a good player. Hence the fucking rocket in the back of the net.
Yeah, he spanked Cucurella quite well.
That was an absolute spank out of frustration, wasn't it? It was, I'm going to smash this and see what happens.
Mate, have you seen the size of the legs on him? It's big.
That was. Do you know the fat bit that you pull when you're in your youth in your basher? You know when you get. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah. I'm listening.
We've all pulled it. We've all pulled one, and you just go, I'm going to give it everything here and just going to love it. That's what that goal was from Murphy.
And he got it in.
So please subscribe to Andy's Fans Only, by the way, or Only Fans Andy, as we like to call it here.
Please subscribe, yes. Yes, please subscribe.
Free to subscribe.
See more. See more biggie up, guys. Smashing parties.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry about that, Latimus. We didn't want to invite you into a gay entendre, so we thought we'd get that out of the way before we invite you on stage, so you can feel normal again. Big up, but you're a bit late.
Brian,
I was on stream at Steve, and he was being funny and erratic, and
Cheers, buddy. I appreciate that, man. I would appreciate
apologies that I'm late. Chelsea won, so yeah.
Just a quick shout out to Budgie. Please have a look at the Green Street Elite. That's Budgie's group. Go and have a look, please. He's a very nice guy. Top West Ham fan creator. He's a very nice man. Did a lovely bit with him last week. I can't wait to share it on my channel. Big up to you, Budgie. Thank you very much, brother. Oh well, just before I bring you in, Adamis, I gotta ask the other Newcastle fan here as well, Andy. Jesus Christ, if he's out for the rest of the season, your thoughts?
Who's that? Me?
Yeah,
Well, you're the only person here called Andy.
I never heard that, Andy. Sorry, I was too busy.
All right. Okay. How do you think the Ben Gordon injury affects you?
I'll be honest, mate. I didn't hear you again, so I'm just gonna. I didn't hear you. I can't hear you.
The Ben Gordon injury, the one we were just talking
Sorry.
about.
Right. Okay, Gordon. Right. Thank you. Lee will tell you I'm gone deaf. I'm sorry. Like I said before, mate, we missed the press. Sorry. I'll
So that's English communication, by the way. We all know what that means.
I know, wanker. I'm well aware. I'm a banker, not a wanker, right?
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, you have got the richest owners in world football, so you're right.
Exactly.
Sorry, you were saying.
I'll tell you one question. Do you think we would be anywhere near you in the league if we didn't have that intensity in our press?
Well, you mean in the game or just in the league?
No, I mean in general throughout the season.
Yes, he's been absolutely vital to you. Absolutely vital. He's been, to be honest, I think a lot of us were surprised how good he actually was.
I honestly think that Eddie's either going to find out a big lesson when he loses, because he says intensity is his identity, and he's been criticised for not having a plan B a few times. So now his plan A is gone to a degree. Plan A is gone to a degree now. You've got no Harvey Barnes, you've got no Anthony Gordon, you've got Miguel Miron, who's going to give you set press. But you're going to have to change it up a little bit. Let's see now what you can do against West Ham. That's a team in and around you. And I honestly think if we get well beat off West Ham, that's when the questions are going to start getting asked. I do apologise before. When there's background noise, I just can't hear shit.
Probably me.
Mate, I honestly think it's a big loss for us. You've got to look at his goals scored, 10 goals this season, 5 assists. There's only one person next to him in Newcastle's stats, and that's Isaac with 12 goals and 1 assist, I think. So
yeah, he's a big miss. Huge miss.
Tells you a lot. He's a big miss for us.
Bottom half of the table, mate. That's what. If he's out the rest of the season, it's going to be bottom half of the table.
I think we'll finish where we are if he's out for the rest of the season.
Well, this is hypothetical because we can't. Because I don't know about you. I've been told he's knee, but there's no details yet, and there won't be until he's probably had a scan tomorrow. So
I think the fact he came off.
If he might have strained it. He might have just strained his knee with any luck. And it might just be a few weeks. You never know. Yeah, you have to
apparently
wait.
He's the type of player that thrives himself on his ability is being available, apparently. That's what he says.
So he prides himself on his fitness. Well, in that case, and he's reinforced his muscles to crap. So hopefully it's a strain, not... Because one thing about it, I always, with knee injuries, you take them off straight away. Because you don't play around with knees. You really don't.
No.
Ladimus, big up. How you doing, brother? How you feeling after that game? Because it was a bit of a ride for us, wasn't it?
Cool.
Typical Chelsea. Good moments. Well, typical Chelsea on their podcast would say good moments, bad moments. In spells, it looks like we're dominating the game when we could score 3, 4, 5. And in spells, it looks like we're losing the game and things can go from bad to worse. Great performance from Palmer, but that's again expected. Jackson again, brilliant.
I thought Gusto had a good game for you.
Yeah, I think
he did.
Had a good game as well.
Yeah, Gusto pocketed Gordon. Gordon switched flanks.
Thank you, buddy.
He came off with an injury. I like Gordon. I hope he's going to be okay. I don't know. It was the game. I didn't really expect us. I predicted 2-1, but I didn't truly expect us to win.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, you said. Steve, whose chat are you in? Mine or JPT? Because we both posted the chats in our.
I was not got another Lee, have we? God almighty.
I'll send Steve the link because he's angry. It's going to be funny.
Well, I actually
It's going to be that hard.
Here you go. Here you go. He's here. Big up, Steve-O.
There you are. I thought you'd be. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm happy that we got the win. Pedro came on, great impact.
Good goal.
I don't really think he should be playing as a 10 anyway, but just the impact of him coming on with the fresh legs really helped. Really helped Chelsea. I'm happy. Well, I'm happy with the win. Like, now let's kind of take that. I keep saying that after every win. Let's take this going forward. We played Leeds before this international break. Not Leeds, Leicester.
We got Burnley. Oh, you mean the FA Cup?
Yeah. Go beat Leicester this weekend. And then I think that's it, right?
I think you'll be ahead of us after the international break because we've got West Ham.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll see. I don't.
Wait.
Andy, don't count Chelsea's chickens before.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So you should count Newcastle's? Fuck no. Are you kidding me?
When did I count Newcastle's?
No. He didn't, Steve. He was just talking about Chelsea. That was all.
I'm just talking about Chelsea. I don't. Steve. I'm a Chelsea fan. No offense, but I don't care about Newcastle.
Yeah, no offense. I don't care about Chelsea. I'm just saying we're both shit, but you're probably a little less shit.
We're expensive.
I disagree.
Yeah.
We're expensive shit.
Anyway,
Chelsea, shit.
I'm happy we had the win. Our performances from our good players expected. Gusto, Palmer, Jackson. I'm happy with the impact from Mudryk. I don't know if he'll start against Leicester, but even if he doesn't start, I want him to be the first sub off the bench. Sterling, again, not another good game from him. Looks like he'll be sold in the summer. I think Correa had a brilliant game. I know he was at fault for the second goal, but I think all in all, he had a very good game. I like
it. Sterling needs to learn to pass, bro.
Lee, Dubravka coming off his lane. Do you agree with that? Sorry, lads, but I've got to get an answer on that one. Like on a Newcastle side,
I lost Steve.
Dubravka coming off his lane like that was criminal.
I'm going to go for the first goal. I'll explain the two goals. I don't. What I'm going to do is the third goal was class. You couldn't do anything about that.
Yeah.
The first goal.
Thank you, Budgie.
He should have. He was like, not right. How could he not save it? He should have been. Any keeper would have saved that properly. I think that maybe he could have. Someone blocked him. His vision.
This is why I say he should have stayed on his lane because they went out wide. So if he stays on his lane,
on the first goal, I think he could have gone. He could have seen it and gone wide, but then so for me, on the first goal, his judgment is poor. The second goal. The second goal. I forgot what happened on the second goal.
The shot from the edge of the box.
Yeah.
Palmer's goal.
Cole Average Palmer, the player you called Bang Average.
Cole Average Palmer, right? Apparently, he's a wish version of Phil Foden.
Bang Average player. So he was
wish version of Phil Foden.
He's average.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
You know how I feel about
Palmer. So his first goal was the judgment. The second goal was his positioning. He should have been a good half meter to his left. So again, that's his positioning. For me, he's a shite goalkeeper.
Yeah,
he should be. If I could get Carrison,
Yeah.
Are you that desperate?
Yes.
He's so bad. He's so bad.
Between a rock
he was coming out of goal. Look at then he scored another goal, And he just because Burn was online, they fucking saved him.
No, but I agree with Lee. But the best thing that people in Dubravka's defence can say, will he win a penalty shootout against Blackburn?
Yeah,
fucking hell, he must be a good goalkeeper then. Championship side and win a penalty shootout. I agree. Karius had a better game when we got beat. I agree.
The problem is Dubravka's good one game and then horrific the next.
That's most.
I think he has one good game.
That's the point. Let's just play Karius. He's 29. He's younger than Dubravka. He's got a better CV than Dubravka. Just give him some confidence and let him play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Big up, Budgie. Have a good night, mate. Stay safe.
At the end of the day, goalkeeper's just like a striker. They make decisions that count. They need to know that they've got an arm around them. You know, some of them need to kick up the arse. Some of them need to be told that they're loved. I'm sure if Karius was told that he was loved, he could do a better job than Martin Dubravka. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
by the way, Petrovic again, super solid. Didn't have to really deal with
good goalkeeper. Good goalkeeper. I like the Tottenham goalkeeper. Very, very good goalkeeper. Don't see them.
He's actually quite, for me, the best Premier League goalkeeper at the moment, Vicario. I know, it pains me to say it.
When we're talking about goalkeepers and stuff, Vicario deserves the praise. He's brilliant. But this Petrovic, in my opinion, I think has been arguably Petrovic has been just as good, but Petrovic plays in the worst team, so you don't get to see it.
Well, thing is, okay.
Pound for pound, he's definitely been a better signing, hasn't he? 10 million compared to what, 35 or whatever it is for Real.
No, Vicario was dirt cheap. He was like 18.
Yeah, it was like 18, 20. Yeah.
But to be honest, even Sanchez not worth it. They were both cheap. They were both cheap. They were.
Still, the question: why the fuck did we?
He had a good game against Newcastle. I remember in the game that he won the penalty shootout. He saved a couple of chances early on that could have cost us. So
now back to this Palmer's average thing.
Oh, don't get hung up. It's just his opinion, bro. Don't get hung up.
Palmer's average. Justify yourself. Get challenged on YouTube. Come on.
I'm just saying, like
Ariola got to be in the conversation.
Palmer's the one thing about Chelsea that's not average.
Let's talk about Asher's Ariola.
Look, no, Latimus. It's just the fact that Lee don't rate him. If Lee don't rate him,
I'm joking.
You know, that's it. You know what I mean? I think he's insane, personally.
Yeah. I thought the ESR comparison, I was like, whoa.
No. But I hear what Lee's saying because I'm not being funny. Right? One thing about ESR is, and I think he's one of the players that has been badly coached by Arteta. Yeah. He is a talented player, but he gets no minutes. And I'm not being funny. Arsenal fans would still say a lot of them still like him and rate him. He was never fit. And I'm not being funny. We did try and buy ESR at the beginning of the season for 40 mil. So let's be real about it. No Chelsea fans should be going like that at ESR because we
what about Emile Smith-Rowe?
I don't like ESR. I don't rate him.
We need to buy midfielders and a left back this fucking summer. We need to buy left backs and midfielders this summer. I'm so sick and fucking tired.
Andy said that. Andy said that. That's a team that both we could use improvement for left backs, and he actually mentioned that earlier. Big up to Andy for saying that. But Steve-O, I want to hear your take on this injury to Gordon, man.
We're fucked.
It's all right when you've got another 8 sides to support, like Lazio, Bayern Munich, Rangers, fucking Strasbourg, Real Sociedad.
They're all doing
it's all right when you've got another 8. I'd just support Newcastle, mate.
Yeah, and all the other ones suck too. All of them.
Hey, but you know what? Once Strasbourg have enough, when you guys go into London and protest, send us.
We're 1 point off for fucking relegation. 1 point off relegation.
I mean, Steve, you're Strasbourg. You're used to that.
Maybe like 14th, maybe like 14th, 15th.
It's like a Spurs fan complaining about not winning a trophy. You're used to that.
Yeah, but it's not this bad for Strasbourg.
On a serious note, Steve, what's happening with us? Where are we finishing? Because I think 8th's best.
Yeah, 8th or 9th at best, and I don't think we get that.
I think we get.
What are you asking American for?
I think we'll
What's
get
wrong with
set.
me?
Hey, big up DJ Crane. Big up DJ Crane. Jesus. I'm not Googling football yet. I'm working on it. No, but we're fucked. Gordon has been our player of the season. Yes or no?
Yes, I think Isaac is in that conversation though.
Isaac in the conversation
hurt,
because of goals. Yes, yeah.
He's been hurt though more than Gordon. Gordon's been available for what?
Yeah.
Pretty much every single game.
Yeah, but availability. But does that make him more talented?
No.
Makes him reliable.
No.
Yeah, it makes him reliable. That's true. What JPT said, they got the reliability there.
But that's the name of the game. That's exactly the name. The best availability is availability.
I know. Look at Neymar.
And for that reason alone, I'd say Gordon is the best, and he's got similar numbers to Isak as well.
Yeah. Andy said that.
Very similar. We can always rely on Gordon to do something.
Well, hang on.
Either way.
Well, let me ask you, Newcastle fan: is there anyone in your squad, anyone that you could bang on the left that can help? Maybe Kate. I know there's not going to be anyone to replace him because he has been one of your star players. But is there anyone there that can help you guys cope with what's going on?
Harvey Barnes, if he can stay fit, but we're going to have to get him fit again.
Or Joe Linton.
The only other player is going to be Joe Linton, who's not going to be fitting towards the end of the season.
That's true.
And if Lee, your best mate, Jacob Murphy, could play on the left, maybe, or Elliot Anderson, that's it.
Willock could play maybe.
Anderson isn't a natural.
Willock maybe on the left.
Yeah, but he's more of a central guy now, isn't he? Willock.
Yeah.
No, he just wonder if he plays with Joe Linton, he wonders on the left.
He plays there before.
By the
and
way,
I remember the goal that he scored crossed for Bruno.
Oh, Isaac against Tottenham.
That's probably one of my favourite ever goals, you know. The score against in the 95th minute where Bruno fucking put the header in. Bang.
By the way,
yes.
Do we want to have the conversation about Bruno?
Yeah.
Because I think he's been fucking dreadful lately.
Well, go on then. How would you Newcastle fans
Bruno G has been fucking... And this season overall, I'm not impressed.
No, I agree. Bruno Guimaraes this season, his stocks went down, let's be honest. If Barcelona and everything were looking at him last season, they're probably not looking at him in such a strong sense this season, Steve. I agree.
Wait, I was thinking about this probably about an hour ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
And listen, if you know how like the rumors were about for the teams that were to come in for him for like 150 million, whatever, or 130 million or 100 million, whatever. I wouldn't mind taking it, like, because there's going to be other players around that are better than him. And you look at his qualities. He's a quality player, right? He could spread the ball around.
Athletically limited.
Is he that quick? No.
Yeah. Can't get up and down the pitch like Joe Linton.
Has he got a great foot on him? Can he score the goal from? Can he score a goal from a wide
distance?
A distance? No, he can't.
Not really.
So there's. I think if we got offered big money for him,
buy Madison and in a CDM.
Yeah,
why would Madison join?
I think we should take the big money for him. That's what I'm saying.
No, I agree, mate. We've had this conversation.
Wait, can I just as an observer of football myself, can I just chip in? Did Tonali suspension affect him?
Definitely. I honestly think Tonali was Bruno's potential replacement. If we had a brilliant season this season, Bruno would be the one that would have left. And then Tonali would have took his place over as rather than Bruno, it would be Tonali. Lee gets what I'm getting at. The home ground. Steve knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, we focus on a few players in the home ground. It's Bruno. We've got Songs.
Tino.
Gordon, Tino. We've got Callum Wilson. How do you score that goal? That one's going to leave because he will leave eventually. And I'm of the opinion, I think we'll see Bruno Guimaraes leave the club before Joe Linton.
I think we leave in the summer.
And I would actually warrant that as well.
I'm worried about Isak leaving.
Isak's the other one.
I want. If they don't get European football, of course, I'd say Chelsea.
If we don't get European football, Isak's well within his rights to say, I want to leave.
He could go to a Real Madrid.
He could go anywhere, Isaac. You go to Man United and improve them
He just
straight
wants
away.
to work on staying fit.
I don't want this.
To be honest, who would want to go to Man United?
Wait,
Come
you
on.
don't want it?
No, but he could.
I
Mate,
don't
if
want
he
him.
went to Man United, their levels rise. Let's be honest.
Hang on 1 second.
It'd still be a fucking shit club, though.
But then again, Hoyland, that's great striker depth. Hoyland and Isak.
Right.
Wait,
But Isak would definitely need to be a striker. Holland's not ready for it yet.
wait, hang on. Wait, Latimus was the only one to say he wouldn't take him. Why wouldn't you take him?
Why?
Because he's injury prone, and I'm sick of injury prone players.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played the same amount of games as Isaac and got less goals per minute.
Like, I hear what you're saying, but it's preference.
I don't know what Ollie has to do with this.
Are you Prime? Are you saying he's just a bad?
No, what I'm saying is Isaac's played less football than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is known for coming off the bench to get goals.
Yeah, Andy, I get it. But just with
But
Lee, with
but Isaac was bought to be your number one, and Ollie's a backup striker. I don't get the comparison.
no. He's saying about the same amount of minutes in time. He's just giving you an example. That's all it is.
Isaac,
It's a
like for like.
fantastic,
the
overwhelming.
difference between Isaac and another striker is he could play on the left and do the exact same job.
But Isaac is injury prone, and I'm sick of injury prone.
No. If that's the reason you wouldn't take it, it's not
Hold
right.
on, Steve. What is the Batshuayi thing?
No, because the goals per minute. I was trying to be funny, but it didn't work.
Oh, okay.
I'll
No,
make
I'm just sick of injury prone players.
He won us
I
the Premier
think-
League.
I think there's, and I think there's I think there's better out there. Not gonna lie.
All right, okay.
Who?
That's It's opinion. But I can honestly
Come
say
have a conversation of who's better in the
Alright.
Premier League.
I mean, I'm not talking about in the Prem, but like,
I think that's a big conversation in the Premier League. Who's better?
all right. Well, yeah, true.
I'm not
You got
talking about in the
better.
Prem though.
Well, who would you say was better than him then?
I'm not talking
So-
about in the Prem though.
Okay, no, anyone. You can use anyone.
I mean, personally, I would take Osimhen over him. My thing with Isaac,
No, we're talking about the Premier League.
yeah, but I said not in the Prem. Talking
All
about-
right, okay.
He is one of the
My-
best
my
in the
thing-
Premier League.
Hold on. My thing, I rate Isaac, but my thing with him,
Yeah.
Osimhen's a good shout.
my thing about him
Brilliant
is
job.
that he's injury prone, and Steve knows I'm tired of injury prone players, no matter how talented they may be.
So
No,
you
Chelsea-
don't have a problem with his ability, but if he stayed available,
It's
you'd be
injury
like, yeah.
prone. He'll come to Chelsea and he'll be
Yeah,
injured.
you've still got the same problem with Osimhen, though, haven't you? Yeah, he's not to get it.
Osimhen's injuries are not as bad as Isaac.
He picks up the thing with
fair.
Osimhen. He picks up random.
You've got to remember, Drogba had an injury issue before he went to Chelsea.
Marseille. Yeah.
Yeah, but then Drogba was able to stay fit.
Yeah, we cured that. That's when our medical team was one of the best in the country. And they sold-
Mourinho.
So
Chelsea's
that's,
medical team.
but you've got to look at that and just say just because a player's had an issue at one club, it doesn't mean he's going to have it at the next.
Andy, Chelsea have had a history over the last 5 or 7 years of not keeping.
Wilfred
players.
Zaha's always been injured for Crystal Palace. He's played a lot of games for Galatasaray.
Yeah, but again, I rate Isaac, but I'm not. I personally don't want to
Right.
spend big money on a player to
Look,
be the centerpiece of our team that's injury prone.
Look,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
Nkunku.
Right, because
His
he's gonna be
injuries
missing.
are
Look
likely
at Reece
to
James.
be
Look at Reece James, bro. That's the best. That's our captain. He came
Yeah,
back.
perfect example.
Not even Reece
Oh.
James. I look at Nkunku. I look at Fofana.
Perfect example.
On them. I just don't want to do that again. I'm
Yeah,
tired of it.
and Ben Chilwell. Don't forget Ben Chilwell.
Chilwell.
Don't forget Ben Chilwell. Please
Yeah,
don't.
I'm
Hey,
tired.
Olavia.
I rate Isaac.
Not 30 minutes he was here.
yeah, exactly.
If you
That
can't
yeah.
stay
Yeah, I
If you
understand
can't stay
Latimus'
fit.
frustration. I understand it.
It's
At least they're not placing bets and getting banned.
I don't want. Yeah, but Andy, I don't want Tony either. I don't rate him. Not like that.
I was on with Tonali, but I'm with you on that one, mate. I'm with you, yes.
Oh, wait.
Um,
Given a choice between Isaac and Tony, I'd take Isaac.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Taking Isaac as well.
I don't.
He's got
I
to be in
don't
the
wanna-
top four.
I don't want to choose between a betting merchant and a injury prone player.
All right,
Don't
all
wanna
right.
choose between
Okay,
them.
you can't get personal with them.
I ask you, this Wolfie, as the host, I ask you, can you name 4 strikers in the Premier League that are hands and gloves above Isaac?
No. The only one I'd say
No.
that's out and out above him is probably Haaland.
But
And what do
Andy,
you mean he's hands and above? What do you mean? He's just his goal scoring? His first touch isn't as good.
No. What I just mean is just genuine output, because what I think is, okay, this is what I mean. Isaac he's a class player. He's got that moment of magic, but
Yeah.
Haaland can have a bad day and still get a hat trick because the amount of chances that City create for him.
Because he's just
Andy,
And the side that he's playing in, let's not.
Andy, how many quality strikers are there in the league though? Like elite, it's only 2.
There's a few. Mate, Watkins is his top striker.
Elite, no,
Yeah.
elite.
Well,
Elite.
No.
Elite?
But
Wait. Let's define
valid.
elite.
Yeah,
They can
that's
play for
another good
Real
question.
Madrid.
No, but Andy, but that's going to your point though. You said how many are better than Isaac?
No, Steve
So how
said-
many elite is in Europe?
No,
They're
I'm
all
talking about-
wingers,
no.
inverted wing. They're all inverted wingers, mate. All the top goal scorers are inverted. Mo Salah.
No, but
Mbappe.
Andy, you said in the
Mbappe.
Prem how many strikers are better than Isaac. So I'm helping your point. How many elite strikers are there in the Prem?
I
No,
think
it's only one.
in the Premier League, I think there's 2 better than him.
Who?
Strikers who?
Haaland.
I think Watkins all round as a goal scorer is probably a little bit more rounded than him. But I think Isaac's potential is better than his.
Well, the physical side, you mean?
No, I just think Isaac's potential, he's younger, he's going to get better than Watkins. But I think at Watkins, if I was a manager, I would take Watkins ahead of him as things stand. Because I'd take Isaac on the left, personally. I wouldn't take Watkins on the left. I think Haaland simply just because of his physical attributes and what he...
For me, it's only Haaland.
And the only other one I would say is Son.
Yeah. Son's not
He's
really
more
a
of a winger, isn't he?
Watkins.
Not an out-and-out striker. though.
Son's got everything. Son's physical. He's quick. He runs a line. He's got good touch. He's a good finisher.
Yeah.
Watkins is not elite.
Wait. One thing I will say is, for me, Son's never really been. I will say this, right? For Son, and I'll back up Andy's point. I think he's arguably the best all-round footballer in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But in terms of a striker, like he's kind of in a kind of free roam position, because sometimes because Son's one of those guys that he can appear anywhere on the side, any
He's
side.
one of them guys that he's that good that you can put him in any position.
No, but
They won't expect him to pull up what Harry Kane did.
He's getting older.
Steve, you know the argument people say about Kane not being elite because he doesn't turn up in big games,
No, he's
big
elite.
moments. That
Kane's
same thing applies to Son, by the way, as well.
Hey, where's Lee gone? Where's Lee? Hang on a
You
minute.
say that for the Asian Cup too.
No one talks about it with Son, where people talk about Champions League games and then semi-finals and finals that Kane didn't turn up. That also counts for Son, but no one talks about that.
Well, the thing
I
is,
remember Laurent Robert being a top player and Alan Shearer being a top player in the FA Cup final, but he had a post. He was a top player. Top player, Premier League top goal scorer. What bigger tag do you need? But he still didn't turn up in that game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if people are going to use that for Kane, then that also applies to Son.
I don't use that for Kane. I just think Kane's Kane for me is the best at getting the ball at his feet, taking a touch and hitting it.
yeah, I agree. I agree on that.
Taking a touch and hitting it. He's the best on the planet.
Hang on,
in
boys.
my eye.
1 second, because I want to ask Lee and JPT this question, because Lee, right? Andy asked me a very interesting question a minute ago. Can you name 4 strikers in the Premier League that are better than Isaac? Right? How many for you, in your opinion, are actually better than him?
With the goal ratio, probably Haaland. Can't name any more. That's for me.
What about
Isaac.
Jota?
Isaac is probably better than. If you look at Haaland, he's the only one with goal ratio that's in the stats are with goal ratio that he's better at. But with touch, movement, reading the ball, reading decisions, is reading of the ball. I don't think there's anyone better. So
Both of them are fucking terrifying to deal with if they get a through ball played to them. It's pretty much done.
If Isak was in Man City's side, he would have 40 goals this season.
Probably.
Arguably. JPT, can you name 4
And all
people?
comps? Yeah.
Can you name 4 strikers that are better than Isaac? I can't.
No, it's just Holland. I mean, and if you want to throw in Ollie Watkins in there, I think he comes in third place out of those three. So I don't even think.
I agree. No, I can see an argument for the third place. Yeah, I can.
But again, that also shows how many. There's not many elite strikers in the Prem. There's
Yes.
No, you've got some good strikers. You've got some good strikers.
Not
I'm talking about elite.
Solanke's good.
That's my point I'm making.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
That's
being.
what I got back to though as well, because you go back years ago, right? And you used to have like Andy Cole, Alan Shearer,
Bobby Fowler, Stan Collymore.
We don't have that anymore. Like, what's going on with the Premier League at the moment? Like,
No,
we used
you
to
don't have
all
killers.
these good strikers.
No, you don't
And
have
it used to
killers
be,
nowadays.
the Premier League used to be unbelievable with all these strikers.
Michael Owen, man, how good was Michael Owen when he came on the scene?
I think we're lacking these strikers at the moment. I'm like,
Not because
we need
everyone's
some-
got to be an inverted fucking winger like Mbappe or Messi.
That's it, isn't it?
Modern football. You look at how modern football's evolved.
What's wrong with just being a Lewandowski or a Harry Kane or a Patrick Schick or a Alan Shearer or a Hasselbank? I loved Hasselbank. Yakubu. I loved Yakubu. Yakubu had everything. Pace, power, leap. Oh, everything.
You know who I do like though? I do like Joao Pedro at Brighton. I think he could fucking.
Yeah, I like Pedro Bright. I honestly think he's ahead of Ferguson for me.
He's not even a striker. He's being played as a 10.
No, he could do a job as a striker for me.
Yeah. No, but at Brighton he gets played as a 10. Doesn't he?
He might, but he could do it straight. In the way I would want to play football, he could.
Right, we're talking in theory, bro. We're talking
cover
in theory.
either wing as well, Pedro.
Well, there you go. Wherever you want to fit him, really. If Andy sees him, because I got Steve might play him as a number 10, I think, because I know Steve.
Not very many people would have put Bernardo Silva or Cesc Fabregas as a striker when Spain won the fucking Euros.
Yeah.
You know, they were playing without a striker, weren't they? They were like,
false 9, yeah.
Pedro.
Well, it's funny actually. You use Bernardo Silva. Now, I'm not being funny, right?
Because Bernardo Silva did it last year.
Oh no! Is Bernardo Silva on the level of the players you've just mentioned? Because I'm not being funny, right? In that Liverpool Man City game, he was terrible. Him and De Bruyne.
He was terrible. Yes, he was. I'm a massive fan of him, and he was terrible. Yes.
And I swear, I don't even know what position Bernardo Silva was playing on.
He had that pre-roll, didn't he? That Grealish used to have, where when he played on the left, when he went to the left, Grealish could come in, wander around, the team would hush around. Yeah, I totally agree. He was poor. He was poor.
Anyone else finally realize how much of an impact Grealish has on that side when he's not there?
They're really missing him because Doku is not cutting it right now.
Well, the thing is, Man City got no right wing. That's the problem because now Kyle Walker's injured. They've
bought a cheap ASM as well in Doku.
Nah, Doku's cold, man. Doku.
He's young.
Doku is not on. Nah.
Doku next season, I'm telling you right now.
Doku is not Sani level.
No, probably not.
He's a child.
Many
He's only
are.
22. Yeah, he's only 22, man. He's only 22. We'll see.
Exactly.
How old was Sani when he signed from Munich? 21, 22?
Well, Leroy.
He's gonna.
He was like 19, wasn't he?
There you on.
Yeah, when they signed him from Schalke. Yeah.
There you on. So he's 2 years ahead of where Sani was, and Sani was doing better than what he is.
Doku's only problem at Rennes was the
Doku's not as good as Sani, I'm telling you now.
No. But at the same time, is Fernandinho, is he worse or better than Rodri? They're still fine, right?
No. Fernandinho, different kind of player though, because one thing about Fernandinho is he's got the brain. He's got that footballing brain.
Rodri for me has been the player of the season this year.
What?
I agree.
He's been player of the season for me this year.
Who, Rodri?
But yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably say
him or Foden for me.
Yes.
Him or Phil Foden.
Foden just always looks like he's getting better.
I was in Spain watching the what match? The Man City, Man United match, and Foden scored the 2 goals. And I don't even support obviously I support Newcastle, but I was because I fucking hate Man United.
Because you know how much I love Phil Foden.
And but
Yeah.
I was just sitting there with a bloke. I don't even know who sport. The bloke in front of me clearly supported Man United. But me and this guy were just fucking just banging on about Foden, man. We were just Foden's just amazing, man. Class.
By the way, he's
the way you were talking to each other. This guy was getting pissed off in front of us. It was great.
He is going to feast upon us on Saturday. We are dead fucking meat.
Get on the parlay, boys.
Bro, your ball is round. You never know.
I mean, it's not looking great for her. Let's be honest.
No, we're lucky if we're not 2-0 down at halftime with one shot on target.
Stop being such a fucking pessimist.
Well, it's not even
supporting Lazio.
No. Do not come to me with me being a pessimist after what the fuck we watched last night, bro. Not on my fucking dead body.
I honestly think, first of all, that the first Chelsea goal is it's not a fluke, but it's
not a fluke, bro. It's not a fluke.
That's a good finish.
It's one of them that you don't expect very often.
Right.
He just gets
as well.
He just gets
That's a good
and I think attacking. We then score the first goal after that. I think it's a different game, personally.
Andy, can I just say this? JTP and Wolfie, does it not feel good after a Chelsea game not to be complaining and ranting?
Oh no, I think
there's a lot to complain, but like we got 3 points. Like, just let me breathe.
Wait.
You want
to hear me? What? You want to hear me complain and rant? All right.
Let's start.
How about I just saying it feels good to let Newcastle fans fight.
I get that, but I'm not.
No, but do you see how the smaller club, the apparent smaller club with the richest fucking football owner? Look, I said this to Lee in a text message, and I think I said it to yourself as well, Wolfie. When you have Sean Longstaff and you have the richest football owners in the world, you know FFP is having a fucking effect on you, because you would not have Longstaff in your midfield.
Right. On the Chelsea, I hear what you're saying, but on the Chelsea performance, one thing that was stupid, and we did it in the second half after we scored our third goal, and we do the same thing whenever we go ahead in most games, and JP will know this because I've been
give us a goal back, yes, yeah.
The 10-15 minutes, we just completely whoops a daisy. We always back off, we always go deep, and we always give someone the opportunity to attack us. We should have just, I'm not being funny yet. One thing about the Chelsea team is, I don't know why Poch always switches tactics, because when we were attacking you guys in the second half, we were pinning you back. And when we got the third goal, we let you off the hook.
I agree. You could have had another one.
And I said this earlier, Sterling let them off the hook as well, because instead of passing to Palmer and making it 2-0 in the first half, he decides to try and go around the goalkeeper, then go around the other two defenders, and then shoots into the testicles of one of the Newcastle defenders.
He's got huge balls, so he's from Blythe.
That's all right,
mate. From Blythe.
It's a ball-on-ball crime.
Never beat Burn.
Never ever beat. We're both from Blythe, so...
Hang on, wait, it's two Steves. Hang on, what's going on?
I don't even know.
He's not going to say he's from Blythe now. He's not going to be Strasbourg, Steve. He's not going to be Strasbourg, Steve, Lazio, Blythe.
All right, hang on. We're going to round up anyway, because it's gone 1 o'clock in the morning, and at some point I would like to go to bed. So, but one thing I will say is, just quickly, hang on, who has got... Ladimus, you don't have a channel. So, Steve, quickly pick up your channel, bro. And JPT, and then I'll thank the rest of the guests, because not everyone else has channels, so we'll just get the channel shout out. By the way. Big up, Steve. Go on.
Yeah, big up, guys. You can find me, Strasbourg Steve, on YouTube. Tomorrow I'll be on Sarcasm City doing the Porto Arsenal watch along. I hope those fuckers Porto get eliminated by Arsenal, because I can't fucking stand them. Honest to God, I hate these fuckers. So. Yep. And then what's it called? Wednesday I'll probably do Atletico Madrid and Inter Milan, which will be a good game. And then Thursday I got.
If you got invited,
you support Benfica, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, you support Benfica, right?
Anti-Porto, isn't it? Anti-Porto.
Yeah, I don't like Porto
Strasbourg Steve supports Benfica.
Yes, I do, Andy. Yes,
Let's
that
just
is
say-
correct.
Just
That
put
is correct.
Steve hates Porto. That's it.
Do you know what it is? I just like annoying them. That's all it is.
I can't fucking stand them.
Can I just say something? Before everyone goes? I've heard that they're going to rip up the book on FFP.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Again in the summer.
Apparently, yes.
I hope.
But
Can I ask everyone's opinion on that before everyone goes?
Yeah,
everyone
sure.
can breathe.
Shit will hit the fan if that happens.
I like
We're
the
not
fact
gonna get taken to court. Yes, we're not gonna get taken to court.
any existing case.
That's the best Chelsea reaction's gonna have.
So active.
Yes.
So we can still
I
see.
want it done. Come on, get in there.
Nottingham Forest and Everton.
Everton and City still.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Nottingham Forest.
Exactly.
Come on.
JP, can you imagine Man United? Can you imagine Man United if they just had a big takeover be going, oh, has he actually got the money now to compete with Saudis?
No, Man City, the Jay-Z of football, got
Spurs
109
money.
problems, but FFP ain't one.
What about Man United? No.
Right, yeah, but no, if they do reform it, it depends on how.
You're all fucked. Look, you've got a great white in the shop now, which is Man City. If FFP gets collapsed, you've got a fucking Megadon there, which is Newcastle.
Yeah, man.
And they're just going to eat everybody up.
Andy, I'll tolerate I'll tolerate this shit team until the end of the summer if the FFP rulebook is fucking. That's sign me up, bro. Sign me up.
They've got a date for the FFP as well.
I'll tolerate Newcastle and watch either way, but I'll be more for.
I think get rid of FFP.
Possibly.
Got a date
We
for
wasted
the
$1 billion for
FFP
nothing.
as well, but they're not releasing it.
So you mean to tell
But
me
he's going to be
Chelsea-
watching Lazio tomorrow and buying Leverkusen tomorrow and watching them and going,
Sorry.
come on, win. You can't
Lazio, hey, no, Andy. Lazio lost today as well. So
Are you
they
telling me that Chelsea can spend $2 billion in a season? Let's go.
Let's roll.
$2 billion.
We're burning up money now, baby.
You know what?
as much as I'm taking the piss, can I just add the kids in a football encyclopedia as well?
Yeah, can I just say,
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Can we spend that $1 billion on our medical team, please? Because we seem to have a very.
I'm telling you, they shouldn't fucking saying they shouldn't saying Dan Ashworth, they should saying fucking Steve Machala, fucking Scout Network on his own.
Oh dear. Hang on, JPT, do you want to big up your channel, bro?
Yeah,
Please.
sure. Keeping it real, Chelsea. See with Wolf,
Look at these
Blues Brothers.
Look at these dickheads. Look at these dickhead rednecks driving around Walmart in their trucks, drag racing and shit.
Steve, get out and knock him out, man. Get out and knock him out.
With the encyclopedia.
Get out your car and knock him out. Go on.
The encyclopedia, yeah.
Get out and knock him out. Go on. Go on, tell him.
Hang on.
Go on, Steve.
Go on.
Ladimus, if you want to shout out your socials, bro.
Not all, mate. I'm on Facebook, which is Andrew William Bell, basic Facebook account. I don't even know me Instagram. I think I'm friends with you, Wolfie, on Instagram. Steve. So if you're friends with them, you find us on there. Again, X is something I check once a week. All I do is enjoy the crack that we have now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm in this format. Have a good chat about football, and yeah, if you just want to add us on social media and have a chat, send a message.
Yeah, man. No problem. And Ladimus, he's using his channel now to answer your question in the comment. He's using it now because we're dual streaming.
It's simulcasting.
He does use it, honest.
I'm always streaming with Wolf. I was like, fuck it, you just want to do a simulcast all the time? And it works out. You always get a good panel.
Lee, have you got any socials you want to shout? Because thank you, by the way, Lee, because you're the first time here, by the way.
Yeah,
big up,
by the way. Thank you, bro.
My brother.
Dude,
The first Cockney Geordie they've ever had on.
Yeah, exactly. The only Cockney Geordie we've ever had on.
Only Cockney Geordie. One of one.
Have you not noticed it in his accent yet, lads? He's not noticed it yet.
No. He's got.
Let me tell me socials then.
He flips to both. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Someone
That's what his wife says as well.
Oh dear.
I'm on Facebook. Just
There's
Lee
my-
Leyland.
There's my monetization.
OnlyFans and Pornhub.
I knew I seen you somewhere.
Yeah, right.
It's not called Long Leap or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Just
They
type in
don't-
small penis and you
Fucking
find me.
hell.
He puts the cock in cockney.
Yeah,
Being very
facts.
confident.
Fucking
He's
hell.
been very confident for his debut, right? Isn't he?
I was
Fucking
about
hell.
Yeah.
This tune goes over his shoulder.
Very forthright.
According to my missus, man, it's right.
I'm, well, she's just saying to protect your feelings, but
That's what it is.
now the best you want to
Jesus
shout out your
fucking
socials,
Christ.
bro. But if you're gonna shout out Pornhub, I'd rather you not speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Is none of us gone? Has he had enough of us already?
Yeah, he definitely
I'm
has.
off. I'm off. I've got me credibility to think about. I'm off.
Yeah.
He's joking. Dadama, shout out your
Yeah,
socials, bro.
Oh yeah, no, just follow me on like Twitter, Adam's Prime.
That's helpful.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm here for Chelsea
Yeah.
show, and
Yeah, he's
I'm
yeah.
also on Sarcasm City as well. I'm on Steve's channel sometimes
Fuck
for
yeah.
watch-alongs.
Fuck
Yeah.
One of his many Lazio, Benfica, Rangers.
Or Liga, Bundesliga, any of that
Yeah.
shit.
I'm on Steve's channel for when Sporting play, and I'm
Yeah.
also there for when Bayern win the Bundesliga this season. We'll be there. Leverkusen.
Oh my
Leverkusen.
fucking god,
We'll
I'm
be
so
there.
done,
We'll be there.
bro.
Never
This
Steve,
fucking guy.
Steve, you need to change your
Never
mark off picture line.
Just let his mic on.
I like the way he's got Tuchel and Osama bin Laden side by
I know.
side.
What's the problem with that?
You know why? It's because they both be dropping bombs, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you not think Steve
Yeah,
looks a little bit like Sideshow
Oh,
Bob?
I thought by that analogy we were going to both end up on dialysis because that's what it looks like Tuchel and Osama bin Laden got, you know.
Bro.
But anyway, kidney dialysis. But on that positive note, you know, what I mean, like I'm going to end the stream
Yeah.
there. But
Can I ask who's Jake on the bottom of the thing?
who's Jake on the bottom of the what?
The tattoo at the bottom of the screen.
Oh no! That's the Blues Brothers one. That's JP is John
That's
Belushi.
Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. Faces.
Bro, Blues Brothers.
okay.
I love Blues Brothers. That's just
Yeah.
hilarious.
Classic, man.
That's
It's one
why
of the
we- yeah.
only. It's one of the only movies I've ever watched in my life. Fun fact.
Yeah, we're ripping
I
that
don't
shit
watch
off hard,
movies.
bro.
It's got the attention span of a eye. Yeah, I can understand it.
Yeah.
Wolfie
I just wondered why I kept seeing the Jake. I was thinking, is it one of your kids or?
No, it's not that. Jake's my pet name for you, dear.
Oh, thanks, darling.
Jake the snake.
Wolfie, can I just say I've really enjoyed coming on, so thank you very much for inviting me on. I've really appreciated
Lee, I
it.
tell you what, bro. If you
Had a
want to
really good
come on
time.
again, just like please, Andy, chuck Lee my number, dude. You're more than what? Because like Lee,
We have to make this.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
send you the link directly. There's gonna be no hassle.
you know,
for
yeah,
this.
no.
Like through his door, so he can actually fucking get up and print it.
The thing is, though, on my channel, Lee, I always try and have it that we all banter, but everyone gets their say, and
Yeah.
no one gets out of line. So it's one of those. It's a proper football channel, you know. Like
Yeah,
it's all
man.
one for all that jazz.
Especially when the games are on.
Even Steve, even Google Man himself drops in now and then. So there you go, and so big up Steve as well because it's not often you're here, but thank you for turning up again.
Good. Nah, thanks for sending the link, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man. You know you're always welcome. You know you're
Everyone here is welcome anytime.
But he was on the football terrace not so long ago, you know. I think he's starting to get a bit big time now, you know. You're going to have to...
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, in that case, pass Terry a message from me. Make real content. Anyway, and on that sour note, well, we'll leave it at that. Anyway, big up everyone. Thank you, DJ Crane. You know, like obviously everyone has been in the chat. Budgie, Mama Flossie, AFC always, obviously Strasbourg Steve when he was in it. Big up you beautiful people. Thank you for dropping in. Jaminho, Anthony Herbert, and so many other people. The assembled. Thank you guys. You've been absolutely brilliant. Let's roll in a bit. Thank you very much.